This is a rather nasty looking slide describing specific phobias. What is the difference between a fear and a phobia? So a fear can be healthy. I don't know, you have a fear of stepping in front of a car. It's healthy, it's probably going to save your life. You have a phobia of moving vehicles, so you cannot get in a moving vehicle. That would be an extreme phobia. Most common phobias, fear of heights, fear of spiders. I myself very much hate spiders. Fear of giving blood, fear of water, etc. What is the difference between a fear and a phobia? What is the difference between an adaptive and a maladaptive fear? So fears are adaptive in that they help us avoid things that are inherently dangerous. So maybe a more realistic example, rather than fear of stepping in front of a vehicle, spiders can actually kill us. Falling from heights can actually kill us. Stepping in front of that car can actually kill us. So they are adaptive in that they help us avoid things that are inherently dangerous. Phobias, on the other hand, impair a person's functioning. So a person cannot leave their house in the morning because they are afraid of encountering a spider, or they have to park, on the road. They can't go in a parking garage, which, easy workaround, but cannot go in a parking garage, or they cannot go anywhere above the first floor in a building because they are so afraid of heights. Phobias are heritable. They are one of the most heritable anxiety disorders. So if a parent has a phobia, you have a much greater chance of also having a phobia. So part of that, where they say heritability there, part of that may be in your genes, but part of it may also be how you've seen your parent react to a snake or a spider or, something else kind of scary, a mouse. Two biggest reasons that phobias are heritable: genetic predisposition to specific phobias and a lack of positive experiences as children because their parents avoided the area of fear. Features number 2, comorbidity. That simply means that people with one phobia tend to have another area where they feel a phobia. So if you are afraid of water, you may also be afraid of heights. If you are afraid of spiders, you may also be afraid of snakes. Typically have more than one specific phobia. Lastly, third feature is prevalence. Approximately 12.5% of the population has a fear significant enough or with enough impairment to be considered a phobia. So if you have a fear that interferes with your daily functioning, it could be a phobia. Remember, fears can be adaptive in that they help us, avoid jumping in the snake pit. Phobias are more maladaptive, where we cannot go out our front door because we fear we might see a snake.